Hey y'all, I'm Tim and welcome to the Mr. Maple Show. We love all y'all great viewers out there watching our videos, getting involved in the live chat, liking, subscribing, and sharing our videos with your gardening friends. We really appreciate that. Make sure you sign up for our weekly emails as well. We had 10 new cool trees every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Still something you'll definitely want to check out. Today we've got a question that I'm seeing a lot right now, and we'll see more as it gets into the fall. Why isn't my Japanese maple giving good fall color? Now, there's a number of different reasons for this, so we're going to start off with the very first. One, you may be fertilizing your Japanese maple too much. You've heard us talk about fertilization and fall color before, but if you over-fertilize your Japanese maple or fertilize too late into the season, your Japanese maple may be too active, which means it has more chlorophyll in the leaves. And during that time of the season, if you have more chlorophyll in the leaves, you may not get as good a fall color as if you cut off the fertilization early in the season and allow that plant to harden off. And that's really what's going to give you some of the best fall color. Now, another thing that gives you better fall color is having a plant that's starting to get established and grow larger. Young plants don't give as good a fall color as plants that are older and more mature out there in the landscape. So as your plant matures, gets its roots set out, that's going to help it produce better and better fall color every year. Why is that? Well, the Japanese maple is going to be able to take water and nutrients up more efficiently. So that's also one of the reasons why if your plant's roots can get wet and allowed to dry out and get wet and allowed to dry out, you're going to get better fall color during those times if your roots of your plant can get wet and dry out going into the fall. If you have a very hot, dry fall coming into it, your plants may start to drop leaf early. And that happens sometimes. And when that happens, you don't get as good a fall color as when that plant roots can have adequate moisture and the plant can produce good fall color. Some other things that may cause your Japanese maple to not produce good or great fall color is some issues you may have. So one, you may be dealing with something like powdery mildew. And if you have powdery mildew on your leaves, while it's going to drop off in the fall and you're not going to have something that causes permanent damage, check out my full video on powdery mildew with Japanese maples. You know, it's something that may cause a temporary damage to the leaf, but not to the plant overall. But that may also cause temporary damage to your fall color. So that means that your tree may not produce as good a fall color if you have powdery mildew. We've got some steps on how to treat that with fungicide in our video on powdery mildew with Japanese maples. So go check that out. You can treat your tree if you were showing powdery mildew so that you can have good fall color with a Japanese maple. The other thing that can cause an issue are spider mites. Spider mites come on during the summer and start sucking this moisture out of the leaves of the plant. And I've got a whole video on how to treat your spider mites. And if you're starting to see leaves start dropping early in the summer, you may have spider mites. There's some easy ways to see if you have spider mites. Again, check out that video on spider mites. But the main key thing is making sure that you have a Japanese maple that's healthy, that's getting established out there in the landscape, and you're going to have good fall color. There's not a Japanese maple out there that produces poor fall color. So if you're having not good fall color, it could be one of these things of your plant not being healthy. It could be the fact that your plant's too small and it's trying to get established. It could be that you're over-fertilizing your Japanese maple, which may cause other issues besides just not good fall color. So do watch out for over-fertilizing. And lastly, the other thing that may happen to cause a Japanese maple to not have good fall color is your weather patterns. You may have some weather patterns such as a hurricane that comes through right as the plants are about to start going into fall color. Heavy winds, blows off all the leaves off the tree. That definitely happens. You know, that's something that we can't really control, but the good thing is that that's just a chance occurrence. Doesn't happen every single year. The other thing that you got to watch out for is early frosts. Now, early frost can happen when the cold weather of the winter starts coming in earlier in the season before the plant has time to start making its changes in the leaves to start turning to fall color. Now, we have some early frost sometimes, and sometimes if you have a really early frost where you have a cold spell that comes in right before the plant's really starting to turn into fall color, you may have an issue where the leaves on the plant get frostburn and actually fall off before the plant has a chance to go to fall color. So it could just be an environmental factor that you have. Typically what happens in nature is that the cold weather starts to come in at a slow pace. And as that happens, the plant starts changing to fall color and starts going through the whole process as that cold weather comes in. And that's really what gives you good fall color, is that slow progression into the cold. And if we get a really quick cold spell that comes in, you may not have as good of fall color. But I'll tell you, the best thing you can do is have a Japanese maple that's healthy with good roots, and make sure that that plant is getting established out there in the landscape. You're avoiding some of those issues that we talked about with spider mites and powdery mildew, and you're making sure that that plant's roots gets adequate moisture as it's going into the fall. And you're going to have your best luck with fall colors with Japanese maples. So we really appreciate you watching today's video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And I hope this video helped you understand a little bit why you may not be getting good fall color, and help you understand how to get better fall color going on in the future years. Take care, God bless, and have a great day.